So after I got married, maybe a year down the married, I had my first child. At some point along the way, I realized that I'd lost touch with all my friends. And it's not like I didn't have any friends to begin with, or I didn't have I didn't have a circle of friends. At this one point, I realized that I couldn't pick up the phone and call somebody and say, let's go out, let's meet, or pick up the phone and call somebody if I wanted to talk about something. There was obviously my family around me, but I realized that I missed my friends, and somewhere along the way, I felt that I'd, drifted apart from my friends. And I'm sure, you guys also experienced that.
For me, when it happened, it was because, shadi hui, then I entered into a new family. I went in a joint family. So understanding those people, that took time. It was a big change. I was only 20 when I got married. So, in early 20s, don't know what's going on. Suddenly the house changed. I had Ayana when I was 22.
I was still in college at 22.
So, उस वक्त मुझे था कि because I had family, then eventually, 21 पे I conceived Ayana. So it was all about, early
Pregnancy.
pregnancy, क्या करना है, क्या नहीं करना है. I had no idea.
Were any of your friends married at that point?
No, I was the first one to get married. So when I would, or मेरे उसमें था because now since I'm into a new life, right? I had all of that to talk about, which they could not relate to. So a certain point, it felt like a family change हो गई है. फिर
Priority shift हो
प्रायोरिटी नहीं
गई
है,
है.
फिर टाइम नहीं है
Right.
बिकॉज अपनी ससुराल से निकलो तो अम्मा का घर जाना है. दे वांट टू टॉक टू मी, दे वांट टू स्पेंड टाइम विद मी. एंड देन ऑल ऑफ दैट, फिर वो प्रेगनेंसी में द डॉक्टर अपॉइंटमेंट्स, ऑल ऑफ दैट केम इन. आई नेवर थॉट आई हैव इनफ टाइम टू एक्चुअली go out alone and just be with myself and be who I was before marriage.
एंड आई थिंक हमें रियलाइज इसलिए भी नहीं होता क्योंकि शादी के बाद वाली लाइफ हमने सिर्फ अपने माओ की देखी है, राइट? तो उन्होंने कभी
Yeah.
अपने लिए टाइम नहीं निकाला. जब मैंने कभी अपनी माँ को उनके दोस्तों के साथ जाते हुए तो दूर की बात, फोन पे बात करते हुए नहीं देखा. मुझे पता नहीं था कि मेरी माँ की दोस्तें कौन है. हाँ, चाचियाँ थी, खालाएं थी, बट
Relatives, हाँ.
या तो हमें ऐसा बनाया, क्लिंस किया गया है कि हमें लगता है कि यार ये तो गलत है जो हम कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि जो हमारी माएँ हैं वो हमारी रोल मॉडल हैं. हम ये भूल जाते हैं कि वो उन्होंने अपने टाइम पे वो ज़िंदगी गुजारी है. एंड नाउ चीज़ें बहुत इवॉल्व हो चुकी हैं, चेंज हो चुकी हैं. सो मेरे लिए अब शादी हो गई है तो ओ अच्छा, अब मेरी फैमिली इंपॉर्टेंट है. हालांकि मैं एक न्यूक्लियर फैमिली में आई थी, मैं जॉइंट फैमिली में नहीं थी, बट स्टिल वो जो मुझे एक रोल मॉडल मेरे लिए मेरी अम्मा थी ना, तो वैसे ही थी कि यार अब अपनी लाइफ खत्म है, अब मुझे ये घर बस देखना है और मुझे बस ये लाइन सेट करनी है. सो दैट वाज लाइक, I don't know कौन ये बता रहा था, but I was like cleansed like this.
Also, there was no conscious prioritizing
Yeah.
in terms of, oh, I should balance my marriage with my kids, my work, with my friends, or with my family. You know, now there's so much more awareness now. People talk about, you need to take time out for yourself, you should take time out for your friends. I think friends come in the category of taking time out for yourself, right?
Yeah.
But I feel back then, I didn't hear any conversations about it.
Yeah, and you come in the last one when you're prioritizing category wise. Being a woman, मेरे लिए, like Atya said, we are cleansed that way कि आपका अपना me time आता है सब खत्म करने के बाद.
Yeah.
हम अभी भी हमारा me time क्या होता है जब बच्चे सो गए हैं, when the husband is settled, when the house is
Yeah.
clean, that is when our me time is. So like right in the end, और उस वक्त भी we are compromising. या तो हम 8 घंटे की नींद ले लें या उसको 6 hours में switch करके
And
2 घंटा
also,
अपना
even
me
then,
time ले
what's
लें.
your me time then? Your me time is probably just
Netflix.
sitting in a corner, browsing your phone.
Yeah,
Yeah, or
exactly,
Netflix.
and
Yeah,
nothing
that's it.
else.
But then कब वो टाइम आया सभी का तुम्हारी लाइफ में कि जब तुम्हें लगा कि नहीं, तुम्हें दोस्त चाहिए? What do you think?
I remember very clearly there was this one night, and my husband was going out. He was supposed to meet his friends. And I was never the sort who'd have a problem. Like, you've got your life, I've got my
Yeah.
life. And then I remember he was standing in the bathroom, he was shaving. And I was like, and I was holding Sikandar in my lap. And शाम का time start हो गया था, which is when वो रोना शुरू करता था, and it would go on throughout the
Call
night.
it baby.
And I was so furious with him. I was so angry. I was like, what the hell? I mean, he has the liberty to get up and go out, and have fun. And so in my head, I thought, but there's nothing wrong with it. I could rationalize in my head that whatever he's doing, there's nothing wrong with that. But then that's when I realized that somewhere I had failed to prioritize my friends, and it'd been a while, and I was in my own cycle of, work, family. I did live in a joint family then, so there wasn't all that ghar responsibility. But then looking after a baby, and it's the first year of your marriage. So I think friends really took a backseat. I took a backseat.
Yeah, but one thing I always feel in men's marriage, they don't go out and talk about their wives and their children.
For their families.
So the topics for them, even after marriage, were exactly the same. For me, my topics changed. I wanted to go out and talk about my in-laws. I wanted to talk about my husband, my kid,
Or
and
your
those
daily struggles.
all my daily struggles. And friends of mine
They
could
couldn't
just
relate to
not
you.
connect to me.
Or you couldn't connect to them.
Yeah, of course,
So
because
most of the
I could
times,
not
even
get
if
the
they're even if they're trying to connect with you, you're like, but she's not gonna understand.
because she's not going through the same thing right now. And I felt at some point they were just being bizarre of me.
प्रॉब्लम है इसकी हमारे ना सोसाइटी के अंदर सपोर्ट ग्रुप्स नहीं है ठीक है जो एक दूसरे को सपोर्ट करें जिस चीज से मैं गुजर रही हूँ हमारे लिए
That's
न्यू
so
मॉम्स
true.
का कोई ग्रुप नहीं है इट्स नॉट
That's
ओनली फॉर लाइक अस किसी के लिए भी नहीं है किसी तरह
that's
का
so
सपोर्ट
true. That's so
तो
true.
अगर उस टाइम में हमारे पास हमारे दोस्त भी ना हो जो उसी मुश्किल से या उसी रफ पीरियड से गुजर रहे हैं तो हम कहाँ वेंट करें एंड देन यू स्टार्ट जजिंग कि यार मैं शायद सही माँ नहीं हूँ बच्चा मुझे पालना नहीं आ रहा ये रो रहा है या मैं बैलेंस नहीं कर पा रही हूँ देन यू स्टार्ट जजिंग योरसेल्फ और फिर आप खुद को जो है ना यू आर नॉट काइंड टू योरसेल्फ देन यू
And
बिकम बिटर
and we're
यू नो
just surrounded by those people जो अपने time को हमारे time से they start comparing.
या
We had these many children and we were able to do
Yeah.
the house shows and all of that, and you're just looking at them
So your
thinking कि,
comparison
okay, I have
is
this.
literally with people who are not even of the same generation as you.
Exactly, and they don't have the same struggles as you do because they don't think the way I do. The way I think is completely different from the way older people used to think at that point of time. I realized after 3 kids ke hello, I need time for myself. I'm a
I'm a
human.
human. I'm
But then
not
it
a
takes you a
robot.
while to realize, oh, I still exist.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I like, what do I want to do?
Yeah, because the other day when my Ibrahim asked me, he's like, "Mommy, what do you want to be when you grow up?" And I looked at him and I was like, I don't know.
Why?
Yeah, that's a tough one. And then what do you think, kaise Amber, when you thought that you will go and make friends again?
I think first things you probably try to reconnect with your old ones. Nahin?
Yeah.
I did. And when I couldn't, then I tried looking for friendships in my daughter's school moms.
You opened up, right?
I opened up, we were taking them to play dates. We would sit in the park, we would talk, and I realized, okay, this is the person who actually gets me, who's the same age,
Who's going through the
not,
same struggles.
and who's not judging me,
Yeah.
and even if that person is judging me, I don't care.
And I'm too
He's
tired.
not living
Yeah.
with me.
I'm too tired to care.
Yeah.
Then I think you later realize that your tribe is probably other mums as well.
Yeah.
Because there's so much of shared experience.
But I started with this many.
Bunch of, yeah.
And then
And then
you
over-
filter.
with the span of time, वो filter करते
Like, I
करते,
probably
I have
count
only
on my hand.
I can count on my fingertips the people I can connect with, the people I call when I need help,
Yeah.
without feeling guilty. मुझे किसी दिन बिस्तर से नहीं उठना होता है, मैं उसको बोलती यार आज ना उठने की हिम्मत नहीं हो रही, सोने का मूड हो रहा है, आना को स्कूल से ले आना.
Yeah.
And then she completely gets it.
Yeah.
And she's like, don't worry, कल भी नहीं उठना.
Yeah, I'll do this week. Yeah, you are power up. I know कि अंबर जब कॉल करेगी मुझे पता है कि यार वो किस स्टेट
She's
में है कि वो
reached that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when I gave birth to Jahan and like I couldn't go to pick Roshni and Amber was always there to like you. So even Adil, my husband, he's like always like, oh Amber को बोल दो. Like मैं कहती हूँ यार अंबर ने मेरा ठेका लिया हुआ है like literally. That's how आपके हस्बैंड भी फिर आपके फ्रेंड्स उसी तरह से रिलाई करते हैं बिकॉज वो ट्रस्ट और वो फेथ उनका भी उतना ही है हमारे दोस्तों पे जो हमारा है that's how it is. It's not like us. Then our families also, no?
Yeah.
They come together and then
And I think
trust each other.
these friendships that we've sort of forged and the old ones that we've maintained at this age, they bring so much more to the table. See, your earlier friendships are just about your
It's
they're
about
not
you.
insignificant things, but it's just so much more
Yeah.
about you.
Yeah.
And this one is a lot more richer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Because you just don't talk about yourself. You talk about the people around you. You talk about your future. You talk
Your
about your
insecurities, your
insecurity.
fears, your
You know,
mistakes.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't feel one bit I don't shy away from being vulnerable with you
Yeah.
guys.
I think the first thing that we do when we meet up is, you know
Yeah.
what? This is what I screwed up this week.
हाँ,
Yes.
exactly.
And that's very natural, right? एक दिन ऐसा होता है कि आपको लगता है कि आज तो दुनिया फतह करेंगे, and the next day is like यार you are in dungeons.
Yeah.
Okay, आपको कुछ नहीं नजर आ रहा.
There's so many
Hopeless.
things कि मैं अपने मियाँ के सामने नहीं बोल सकती, ये गलती मुझसे हुई है.
Yeah. That's why we are.
And then I call her up and ये हो गया है.
हाँ.
अब बता दे क्या करना
What
है.
should
And
I
she's
do?
like, हो गया, मुझे बता दिया, अब चुप करके बैठ
Bury
जा.
it. Yeah.
That's how. And you know that Sapika, मैं जो हमेशा बोलती हूँ, when like I had that injury in like last semester of my pregnancy, so Sabika was there every night at my place. I was unable to go कहीं पे भी, and every night she used to come. मुझे याद है आधे दिन ऐसे बच्चों के लिए चिप्स बना रहा होता था, but you know उस टाइम पे और कोई भी नहीं था. लाइक मेरी बहनें नहीं हैं, मेरी अम्मी नहीं है, लाइक मेरे इन लॉज नहीं है. सो और लाइक शायद ये ना आती तो मैं उस सोफे पे, टीवी के रूम के सोफे पे या अपने उस बेड पे कितना कोई सरवाइव करती उन प्रेगनेंसी हार्मोन्स के साथ. वो लास्ट सेमेस्टर में इट वाज अ वेरी हार्ड टाइम, डार्क टाइम ऑफ माय लाइफ. लाइक इट वाज हॉरिबल, बट शी वाज ऑलवेज देयर. बट शायद इसको कभी रियलाइज नहीं हुआ व्हाट शी इज डूइंग फॉर मी.
Yeah. इवन इब्राहिम के टाइम पे मेरा थर्ड था यार. ईसा मेरे हाथ में 1 year का. आई वॉज एक्सपेक्टिंग इब्राहिम एंड शी वॉज द फर्स्ट वन हु कॉल्ड अप एंड ही इज लाइक, अयाना का पिक एंड ड्रॉप का टेंशन मत करना. बिकॉज आई थिंक हम अपनी जो हेल्थ को लेके भी सबसे बड़ा टेंशन हमें सबसे पहले
अपने बच्चों का
अपने
होता है.
बच्चों के लिए होता
डोंट
है.
थिंक अबाउट
एंड
आवरसेल्व्स.
व्हेन योर फ्रेंड्स कॉल यू, जब बोलता है ना,
Feels
आई
really
एम
good.
हियर.
Yeah.
It feels really good. It feels like you have your own tribe.
या.
And that's a blessing, right?
You guys were there when I delivered Kabir. I wanted my husband to stay with Sikandar at home because I didn't want anything to change for him. And I remember you guys had your shifts. And if you've seen me, like right after giving birth, you've seen it all.
Yeah. So there were days जब सबीका आती थी और मुझे होता था यार मैं तो जाहिर बात है प्लास्टर था पैर पे और मैं नहा भी नहीं सकती थी ना, इतनी स्मेली होती थी. मुझे होता था यार सबीका, इट्स ओके अगर मैं चेंज नहीं करूंगी, अगर मुझसे बू भी आ रही है, you know that comfortable you are.
Yeah, the fact that I let you guys in my kitchen in the middle of the night when you guys come over, बहुत बड़ी बात है. मेरे गंदे dishes देख.
Yeah, that's okay because we're not gonna judge each other, right? Because we're going through the same hell. It is difficult.
इसी से सीखा है let go करना.
Yeah.
Because
Choose
I
your
take
battles.
because वो जो crown पहनना था मुझे in those early
The
years of my
perfect
motherhood का, the
mother.
perfect
Yeah.
mother.
See, the
Perfect wife.
comfort of being like
The perfect-
imperfect
Yeah.
and finding acceptance for that.
Yeah, being the perfect homemaker वाला part, and she was like,
छोड़
तुम ही
दो
पागल
भाई.
हो जाओगी. होम तो बन जाएगा, उसके
हाँ.
बाद तुम्हारा क्या होगा. You need to
They
let
might
it
have
go.
to shift you out somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. They might need a new homemaker after you've done it all.
And you know, जिस दिन मैं जब स्कूल से घर जाती थी और घर बड़ा परफेक्ट था और अम्मी खुश नहीं थी ना, वो दिन अच्छा नहीं था कभी. पर जिस दिन मैं आऊँ और घर मेस था और मेरी माँ हंसती हुई मुझे नजर आती थी ना, तो उस दिन ऐसा लगता था कि बस सब कुछ है मेरे लिए. सो वो चीज़ मैंने बहुत देर से अपने जो है ना लाइफस्टाइल में मैंने उसको
Yeah.
लेके आई. बट यू नो एक एक बच्चे को ना एक खुश माँ चाहिए. यू नो मैं सारी सफाई करके और यू नो स्क्रब करके एट द एंड में चीखती रहूँ अपने बच्चे पे, तो उसका क्या फायदा.
I think that's exactly what I was doing for the longest time. Because वो देख देख के लोगों को आसपास अपने and what I was hearing कि मतलब we did it all.
Like-
So essentially, what we're doing here is I didn't do it. She'll be like, I didn't do it either.
Yeah.
Then you'll be
Yeah.
like, okay, you know what? If I'm
I'm
not
not doing it
either,
now.
I'm probably doing something
And
right.
I'll tell everybody because she doesn't do it. I'm going to be like that kid, you know.
So yeah, the end note is like give time to ourselves, अपनी दोस्तों को, because when you are a happy person, you're gonna be a happy mother, happy wife, happy sister, friend,
Daughter.
isn't it? So yeah.
Here's to finding friends and keeping them.
Yeah.
डर गए जो रास्तों से, घर से कैसे निकलोगे, रोज इन्हीं रास्तों पे